What you are about to hear is dangerous knowledge. It is not motivational fluff. It is not a feel-good speech that will tell you everything will be fine. This is forbidden psychology, the kind that exposes what most men can never face. The truth is this: no one is coming to save you. No mentor, no family, no friend will carry you to greatness. Most people would rather watch you fail than lift you up. They will cheer for you when it costs them nothing, but they will vanish when your struggle threatens their comfort. Machiavelli revealed 500 years ago that men are selfish, ungrateful, and driven by their own advantage. If you build your life on the hope that others will help, you will collapse. But if you build your life on inner power, if you forge yourself into iron when the world leaves you behind, then you become untouchable. This is the law of inner power, the Machiavellian way of rising when no one helps. Listen carefully, because what follows are not suggestions. They are laws. Break them, and you remain weak. Live them, and you rise above everyone who doubted you. Law 1, the inner forge. Every man faces moments where he is abandoned, rejected, betrayed. Most take these moments as proof that life is against them. They give up, they collapse, they drown in self-pity. But Machiavelli understood that suffering is not a curse, it is a forge. Imagine iron placed into fire, hammered again and again. It screams, it bends, it glows red from pain. But in the end, it becomes a sword. That is what your struggle must be. Every failure, every rejection, every lonely night is the hammer and fire that can turn you into a weapon. But you must decide, will you melt into weakness, or will you harden into strength? Weak men complain. Strong men use the fire. Say it to yourself, my pain is my power. Because when you stop running from discomfort, when you embrace it as your teacher, you become something others cannot break. Machiavelli warned that fortune abandons the passive. Do not wait. Do not hope. Forge yourself. Depend on your will, and you will rise even when no one helps. Law 2. The cold eye of reality. The world is not kind. People are not loyal. If you expect fairness, you will bleed from 1,000 disappointments. Machiavelli wrote that men are liars, deceivers, and opportunists. They will pretend to care until they no longer benefit. This is why most men collapse. They believe illusions. They think friends will always be true, that people will reward effort, that honesty will always win. But if you want to rise, you must tear the blindfold off. You must see reality as it is, cold, brutal, unfiltered. Ask yourself always, what does this person gain? Why do they praise me? Why do they reject me? Behind every mask is self-interest. If you train yourself to see it, you stop being fooled. This clarity is terrifying at first, but it makes you powerful. Once you stop expecting help, betrayal cannot shock you. Rejection cannot paralyze you. Loss cannot destroy you. You become the strategist while everyone else is a pawn. Write this truth in your mind. I see reality, because when you see the world as it is, you cannot be manipulated by false promises. You cannot be broken by lies. You become the one who moves with precision while others stumble in the dark. Law 3. The fortress of isolation. There will come a moment when you stand completely alone. No applause, no encouragement, no hand to pull you forward. Most men collapse here. They cannot bear silence. They cannot face themselves. But Machiavelli understood that solitude can be either a prison or a fortress, depending on how you use it. Weak men use isolation to pity themselves. Strong men use it to sharpen themselves. You must learn to be alone without being broken, to sit in silence, to hear your own thoughts, to battle your inner demons until you master them. In a world addicted to noise, to validation, to distraction, isolation is feared. But for the Machiavellian mind, it is sacred. Alone is where you strip away the lies society has fed you. Alone is where you discover who you are without masks. Alone is where you build a foundation so strong that no abandonment can shake it. Think of the lion. He hunts alone, he rests alone, yet his roar commands the jungle. You must become the same. Do not fear solitude. Declare it. I am the fortress. Because once you master isolation, you no longer fear being left out, you no longer fear silence, and you no longer need help to keep moving. You become untouchable. Law 4. Ruthless clarity of desire. The greatest trap of the weak is wanting too many things. They want comfort and greatness, approval and freedom, to be liked and to be feared. They scatter their power chasing everything, and in the end, they achieve nothing. But Machiavelli knew that power belongs to the one who chooses one aim and burns the rest. If you want to rise, you must be ruthless in your clarity. What do you truly want? Wealth, freedom, influence, mastery. Then let that one desire consume you. Say no to distractions. Cut off what does not serve your path. Every yes to weakness is a betrayal of your destiny. Most men drift, never deciding, never focusing. But you will choose. You will declare, this is my path, and I will burn everything else. This clarity makes you unstoppable, because when your aim is sharp, your actions cut like a blade. Say it and remember it. My clarity is my power. For once you know exactly what you want and you reject everything that pulls you away, you become inevitable. And this is only the beginning. Already you see the pattern, the forge of pain, the cold eye of truth, the fortress of solitude, the ruthless clarity of desire. These are not soft ideas. They are laws, weapons you must carry if you want to rise when no one helps you. Machiavelli understood that fortune favors the bold, not the waiting. If you carry these laws, no betrayal will break you, no abandonment will crush you, no silence will stop you. But your journey is not finished. In the next part, you will learn how to control your emotions so they never control you, how to turn relentless action into unstoppable momentum, and how to wield your very presence as a weapon of power. Stay with me, because the final laws will reveal the psychology that separates rulers from followers, predators from prey, and the unshakable from the broken. Law 5. Mastery of emotion. Here is the battlefield where most men are defeated, not by enemies, not by rivals, but by themselves. Their own emotions betray them. Anger makes them reckless. Fear makes them hesitate. Desire makes them weak. But Machiavelli wrote that a leader must appear passionate, yet remain cold inside, must show emotion when it is useful, but never be ruled by it. If you want to rise without help, you must take command of your emotions like a general commanding an army. Your anger must not explode blindly. It must become fuel for calculated moves. Your fear must not freeze you. It must sharpen your awareness. Your desire must not control you. It must be chained and directed. Think of a rider on a wild horse. If he loses control, the horse kills him. But if he masters it, the horse carries him to victory. Your emotions are that horse. Most men let them run wild and are dragged into ruin. But you will grip the reins. You will breathe, observe, and act not from impulse but from command. Write in the comments, I control my fire. Because once you control your emotions, no insult can provoke you into stupidity, no fear can paralyze you, and no temptation can derail you. You become steady while others shake. This steadiness is what makes kings out of common men. Law 6. Relentless action. The greatest weakness of men is not ignorance. It is hesitation. They dream, they plan, they talk, but they do not act. And when no one is there to push them, they stay frozen forever. Machiavelli said, fortune favors the bold, and in modern psychology, momentum is everything. If you want to rise without help, you must become relentless in action. Even small steps taken daily create unstoppable force. Most men wait for motivation. You will move without it. Most men wait for perfect timing. You will create timing. Most men wait for encouragement. You will move in silence. Every single day you must push forward, no matter how small the move, because action compounds like interest in a bank. It grows, it multiplies, it builds momentum until nothing can stop it. Imagine a boulder rolling downhill, slow at first, but once it gathers speed, no one can stand in its way. That is what your consistent action becomes. Write in the comments, I am relentless. Because the truth is, no one is coming to save you, but no one can stop you either if you never stop moving. You must understand hesitation is death. Action is life. Do not wait. Do not pause. Do not ask for permission. Move, and fortune will meet you on the path. Law 7. Presence as power. There is a final law, one that Machiavelli understood well, one that separates leaders from shadows. The art of presence. Presence is the invisible force that makes others notice you, respect you, and sometimes even fear you without a word being spoken. Most men walk into a room and disappear. They are ghosts in their own lives. But the Machiavellian mind cultivates presence. How? By mastering silence, by controlling posture, by using words like weapons, by carrying himself as if he already owns the ground he walks on. Presence is not about arrogance, it is about command. When you control your energy, others feel it. When you hold eye contact, others sense it. When you speak less, but with weight, others listen. And here is the secret. Presence is built in private long before it is displayed in public. It comes from discipline, from self-mastery, from living by laws like the ones you are hearing now. Most men try to impress with noise. You will impress with gravity. You will become the one whose silence is heavier than another man's shouting. Write this in the comments. My presence is power. Because once you wield presence, you no longer need to beg for attention. People give it. You no longer need to ask for respect. People feel it. And that is how you rise even when no one helps, by becoming a presence that cannot be ignored. The closing truth. Now you have heard them all. The forge of suffering, the cold eye of reality, the fortress of isolation, the ruthless clarity of desire, the mastery of emotion, the relentless force of action, and the commanding weight of presence. These are not simply lessons, they are weapons. And if you take them, if you write them into your mind, if you live them daily, then you will never again wait for someone to save you. You will never again beg for help that does not come. You will never again be weak because others abandoned you. You will rise from within the way Machiavelli intended, the way true power is born. Understand this. The crowd will always doubt you. The masses will always betray you. Even friends will sometimes turn. But none of it matters, because you have built a self so strong, so clear, so relentless, that no betrayal can break you. No loneliness can crush you, and no silence can stop you. The weak are broken by abandonment. The strong are born in it. You now know the laws of inner power. It is your choice whether you live them or ignore them. But remember this. In every age, in every empire, in every life, power has belonged not to those who were helped, but to those who rose without help. The question is, will you?